Good morning to all my students. Now, before I start today's lesson, children, can you tell me what you can see in this picture? Yes, so many different type of wild animals. So wildlife traditionally refers to undomesticated animal species, but has come to include all organisms that grow or live wild in an area without being introduced by humans. So wildlife can be found in all ecosystems. So children, today we are going to read about these wild animals. So children, get ready. I am going to teach you the fourth poem, How to Tell Wild Animals, from your English book First Flight, class 10. So the name scheme, you will find, children, that the rhyming scheme is A, B, B, C, C. How it is, I will explain it to you. And the tone of the poem is very humorous. Now here, in short, before starting, let me tell you the short summary. This poem, it deals with different ways through which you can identify wild animals, such as lion by its roar, tiger with its stripes, leopard with its spots, and bear with its hard hugs. So in this way, the poet is describing the different animals with different physical features. Now the first paragraph. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if it roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Now see children, here the poet, he cautions the readers, he is making the readers aware against the wild animals. Those are found in the jungle. The poet father says that if by chance you happen to go to any forest in the east, you are likely to encounter a huge and terrible animal moving forward towards you. And in the picture you can see the animal is the lion because it is having a brownish yellow color. So tawny beast, the word tawny you can see it means brownish yellow. So it is the brownish yellow color beast, that is the lion. And if that beast roars loudly at you and you feel that you are going to die due to fear, then you will come to know that it is the Asian lion. So dying, D-Y-I-N, actually it is the dying. So poets have these type of liberties, and the poet is trying to say that before your death, you are sure that you have seen an Asian lion. Now come to the next paragraph. Or if sometime when roaming around a noble beast greets you with black stripes on its yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger is discerned. So here the poet says that it is very likely that while roaming in the jungle, you are greeted by a wild beast. So who is greeting you? A wild beast. This wild beast is very impressive in size, and it has wonderful majestic body, and as it is covered with black stripes on a yellow hide. So the poet is again making the reader aware of the fact that this beast and if it eats them, then its simple rule will teach them that it is a Bengal tiger. So Bengal tiger, I hope many of you have seen in the Alipur Zoo. It has black stripes on yellow hide. So before it is going to eat you up, because when it is going to eat you up, it is very, very close to you, and you will find that it has black stripes on yellow hide. So very humorously, the author at every paragraph is trying to tell you that when the animal is very close to you, you are in a position to identify the animal, that who is going to eat you up. So the last line, the Bengal tiger to discern. Discern means identify. So here you can identify that it is the Bengal tiger that is going to eat you up. Now, third paragraph, if strolling forth, strolling means moving, forth means forward. So a beast you view whose hide with spot is peppered as soon as he has leapt on you. Leap means to jump. You will know it is the leopard. 'Twill do not go to roar with pain. He will only leap and leap again. So like the word dine in the first paragraph, here leap means leap, L-E-A-P. So twist, twill here means this will. So the poet is telling in this paragraph that if moving forward a beast, and you can see the beast whose hide means skin, and the skin with spots is peppered means covered with spots. In the picture you can find it is the leopard whose body is covered with spots. As soon as he has leapt on you, leapt means to jump on you, you will know that it is a leopard. So very humorously again the poet is telling, when the leopard is going to eat you up and it is jumping on you, you can surely identify that it is the leopard. And this will do no good to roar with pain. He will only leap and leap again. So leopards, they generally attack, and before attacking they used to jump. And it will be of no use then to shout or to cry with pain, because he will continue pouncing on you. So that means you will get no time to cry for the pain. Again and again it will jump on you. So be careful and don't allow it to leap on you. Now the fourth paragraph. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more kiss. So kiss means touch. Hug means to clutch somebody in your arm. So if you are here in the fourth paragraph, the poet says that while you are walking in your yard, or you may encounter a certain creature, when this creature hugs you, means bear, they generally hugs the person. So when this creature hugs you, you very, very tightly, bears they hug very, very tightly, then believe that it is a bear. So if you feel such type of very, very tired and very, very, tight hug, it is surely a bear. Bear are thought to be good wrestlers, and they hug very tightly. So although a friendly hug refers to a bear hug, so you will find that if your friend or somebody, if they hug you and it is very tight, you can also compare it to a bear hug. And if it is a real bear, then you can imagine that what will be your condition. The bear hugs a man to kill the person. So the poet father says that in case of any doubt, you will find that the bear will embrace you once again till death. Now in this paragraph, the poet is describing other wild creatures. The poet is telling, though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might non-pax, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus, hyenas come with merry smile, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Magarmach ke aansu. So This is very famous proverb in Hindi, मगरमच्छ के आंसू, यानी कि झूठी मूठी अगर कोई रोए तो we call it as मगरमच्छ के आंसू. So here in the fifth paragraph the poet says that a beginner, novice means a beginner, a new person, may be puzzled and confused and thus might not be able to distinguish between the different wild animals. The poet helps, and the poet has taken this responsibility, and he is making and is helping the readers to differentiate the crocodile from hyena. In this paragraph he is telling that a hyena always laughs as it swallows its victim. A laughing hyena's voice resembles humans' laughing sound. And a crocodile, on the other hand, is said to shed tears while eating its prey. So the poet is telling when hyena eats, it's laugh like human, and when crocodile eats, they shed tears like human. So thus the poet warns the reader not to wait for hyena to laugh or for crocodile to weep. Now we have come to the last paragraph. In the last paragraph, the poet says, the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, 'tis the chameleon you see. 'Tis means here this. So here the poet says, chameleon, you know that a small lizard that can change color. You have read that camouflaging characters of chameleon in your science book of class 7 and 8. So here the poet is describing a chameleon, and he says that a chameleon is a small green lizard and it does not have any ears or wings. The poet father, he is trying to say that if you are unable to see a thing on the tree like that, then there are chances that a chameleon is sitting there. If you observe it very carefully, you will find that a chameleon with its camouflaging characters sitting there, because it is an expert in changing color according to its surrounding, and it is very difficult to see or to detect a chameleon when it is in the neighborhood. So this capacity of camouflaging helps the lizard to save it from the hunters. But